That felt cool. I'm cool. Music genres, part 3. Rock, pop, hip-hop, and rap. This video will really help you if you are a musician looking for inspiration, or if you're an actor or improv comedian who might need to be able to perform these genres at a moment's notice. I put together all this research when I was teaching improvised musical comedy. The audience would suggest a genre, and my students, without thinking about it, would need to pull that genre out of their head, perform a full song in that genre that the audience would love. This information is how we quickly taught ourselves each of these genres so that we would be able to perform them at a moment's notice. Let's talk about rock music. Rock music is characterized by loud guitars, banging drums, really loud instruments, speed. You're gonna get a lot of high-pitched screaming, distorted, and low gravelly stuff. The themes are super fun. Love, sex, toughness, fighting. A lot of things can be in a rock song, but usually you're going to focus on hardcore, partying, sex, drugs, rock and roll. The biggest thing with rock music to remember is it's about rebellion. It's about pushing back against the status quo and the man. Unless you're doing Christian rock, and then it's about not rebelling at all. Here are the keywords for rock and roll. This is the most badass keyword board that we've had yet. Alright, big keywords for rock and roll lyrics. Death, devil, damned, hell, rebel, rock, rock and roll. Love gets in there. Love's in all the genres. Sex, sexy, animal, beast, often in conjunction with sex and sexy, and musical crescendos. You know, like you're singing, but it starts with heavy breathing, and then it turns into ecstatic musical screaming. We'll just call those crescendos. And that's the rock keywords. If I am improvising a rock and roll verse, this is so much about presentation. Your lyrics don't even really matter. You can make them very simple. You can make them hugely complicated and not rhyme at all. It's just about your presentation, playing with speed, okay? I feel like I have to do the air guitar when I do this. It just doesn't work otherwise. Your love is like a bitter rose. Okay, I'm not gonna do the air guitar because I feel dweeby when I do the air guitar. Alright, let me try to focus. Alright. Your love is like bitter rose. Your love left me knock off of my toes. And now I'm alone. So I'm gonna fill that space with sex, drugs, rock and roll. See, you can play with it a lot, as long as you're getting up there in your vocals and having fun with it and sticking to the theme and sticking it to the man. People will have fun when you improvise rock music. Of course, there's a lot of subgenres for this, and rock has changed widely over time. If you're getting suggestions for this in a show, you're probably going to get a suggestion that's more clarified, like death metal. People suggest that sometimes. Basically, just add more screaming if it's a more hardcore thing, and talk about the devil more. Further listening in the rock genre: Green Day, Led Zeppelin, Joan Jett, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, and the Beatles. Helter Skelter rocks. Billy Idol is pretty classic 80s pop rock, and if you want something that's a little more recent, a little more hardcore, recent. They're kind of old now, but Slipknot. Let's talk about pop music. So, the definition of pop is that it's popular. This genre easily blends with a lot of the others. In fact, jazz was the pop music of 20s, 30s, 40s. Rock and roll was the pop music of the 50s and 60s. And disco was the pop music of the 70s. Pop now is characterized by a little different sound than the other genres. It's a lot more electronic, a lot more produced, very upbeat, even for sad topics. You're gonna have very repetitive, simple choruses that are repeated a lot in the song. The goal of pop music, like disco, is to get people to dance. So the themes are going to be anything that's relatable to a large audience. Falling in love, being young, missing being young, falling out of love, heartbreak, anything that every human has gone through. Keywords for pop: dance, dance floor, club. The point of the pop genre is to get people to dance and buy things. So you're gonna get a lot of dance, dance floor, club, talking about drinking, dancing in the club. Crazy, but in a cute way. and love, being in love. These are your big keywords for pop. If you get the suggestion during an improv music show, people are probably going to give it a decade. You're going to want to listen to pop music from the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, and today. So people might say modern pop music, or you're going to hear somebody say 90s pop. Definitely going to happen. Or they're going to say boy band or one of the pop subgenres. But you can pretty much do pop like this. I'm searching for you. I'm searching for you, baby. I'm searching for you. I'm searching for you. That's all you need. Just one line. That's kind of fun for you to sing. Try to pick your range, unlike whatever I just did. You know, try to pick somewhere that you're comfortable singing in. That's all you need for the chorus, and you don't need that many verses. Basically, for a pop song, you do chorus, verse, and then do the chorus. You could even get away with one verse. If you notice, pop songs do this. They'll have an opening verse that's a couple lines, they'll do the chorus, they'll do an even shorter verse, and then they'll just do the chorus forever. And you can get really silly with this if you're improvising. I showed you my chorus, and then for the verse, I've got my map, I've got my heart, and I'm about to go and find you, I'm about to start. Really, that's all you need. Something poppy. And dancing. Make sure you dance. Get into it. Watch like NSYNC, Britney Spears, Beyonce videos. Make sure that you're ready to dance if somebody wants you to do pop music. Great examples of pop music for further listening: Katy Perry, NSYNC, The Chainsmokers, Lady Gaga, Britney Spears, hashtag Free Britney, Backstreet Boys. There's so many. Now let's talk about rap and hip hop. Hip-hop is characterized usually by a high production value, electronic changing of voices, mixing records, sampling from other songs across genres. Rap is characterized by elements of rhythmic speaking, wordplay, high production value, so electronic modulation of voices, mixing records, so playing with sounds, repeating things, and also mixing different songs together. DJing, heavy beats. The beat is extremely important. The rapper needs to stay on beat and connected to that beat. There's a real big focus on lyrics and the rap itself. In rap, it's not necessarily true in every hip-hop song, but in rap, it's definitely true. We haven't seen that in a lot of genres. Rap can actually get very complicated in terms of rhyme scheme and the lyrics. There are two elements that a rapper is kind of graded on. You have your flow, which is your ability to stay with the music and sound good and move through easily. You never want to seem like you're struggling through a rap. That's not good flow. And bars, which are the puns, wordplay, disses, jokes, cleverness that are within it. So there's the sound of it, the sound of what you're doing, how fast you can go, how smoothly, that's your flow. And then there are the jokes, puns, wordplay, disses, clever things in it, that's your bars. Major themes in rap and hip hop are aggression, tough personas, rags to riches stories, working hard, being rich, being mentally ill, being mentally ill because you're rich. Work ethic. One thing that's really evident in hip-hop and rap is a focus on making money, working hard, getting what's yours any way you can. Rap is often intensely personal, or sometimes it's a very false persona, but you'll tell stories about your life, especially about where you grew up, what your life was like on the come up, and drugs, and how those have intersected with your life. Also, talking about what a good rapper you are. That's a huge part of rap and hip-hop, is just saying how good you are at the thing you are currently doing. In the history of rap, there have kind of been two schools, East Coast and West Coast. It is basically a separation between rapping about the good life, you know, women love me, I'm rich, let's pop champagne, let's drink Bacardi and party, and rapping about the nitty-gritty reality of where you grew up, how hard it is, how much you have to struggle. So you can kind of go in either of those directions when you rap. You can also, like I said, just talk about how tough you are and what a good rapper you are. There's also been in recent history this kind of fun trend of awkward dweeby rappers. People are kind of subverting that trend. You see like Lil Dicky or Aquafina. They don't have tough personae. They make fun of themselves and others using rap as the medium. A big part of rap is feeling authentic, feeling sincere when you're doing it. So don't rap about your hard upbringing in a drug-addled neighborhood if that is not true to your experience. Just please don't do it. Stay true to you, otherwise your rap will be lame. Rap and hip-hop keywords: gain, loyalty, work and power, guns, specifically saying the specific name of the gun and details about your guns, money, cash, dollars. This is the big one, being really around money, cash, and dollars, because working and getting money, cash, and dollars through whatever means the song is talking about equals power. Drugs, pretty much all drugs are fair game to mention in rap songs, except heroin's not super popular. That's just an interesting thing. Heroin's not the drug of choice in rap songs. And hope I can't get banned from YouTube for mentioning heroin. I don't know. And swear words. Do not, under any circumstances, use racial slurs in an improv show. Keep it out of your freestyling if you are improvising. Those are the keywords for rap and hip-hop. If you are freestyling for improv, the thing to remember is to just keep going. The audience will forgive you your mistakes. You don't have to rhyme all the time. Just find places where you can rhyme, and you do find rhymes. If you are writing rap, that's a whole different story. You can go very simple. You can get very complicated with your rhyme structure. Depends on what genre, what subgenre you're looking at. But if you're improvising, you just gotta go for it. So I'm just gonna go for it. Your girl's from Phoenix, and my weenus is squeezing cause I'm cheesing, and I'm stressed out, I'm messed up, and my head is blessed up cause I'm guessing that you don't know me yet, but you will. It doesn't even really have to make sense. You can also take it very slow. That can make it easier or trip you up. I find it easier to go a little bit faster because then the audience doesn't notice super what you're doing. So I just did a little verse of freestyle where I just kind of went with it. Just follow the rhymes. Talk about yourself, your own experience as much as possible, but also if you're freestyle rapping, just follow the rhymes and try to stay on theme. The other easy way to do this is Beastie Boys style. If you're Beastie Boys style, you just need to rhyme the last word. And this isn't just Beastie Boys. The improv game where you rhyme the last word like this is called Beastie Boys. So this is extra fun if the rest of your team joins in on the last word. So, I was walking down the street one fine day. I was talking that shit and I was making my way. I was on the way to get myself some ice cream. Because if I don't get that sugar, then I get mean. See, and you just like yell the last word, and all you have to do is rhyme the last word. There's a lot of rap songs that have that structure. So you can either go for a more complicated verse where you rhyme as much as possible and have a more complicated structure, but you don't have to come up with that last line rhyme, which is kind of nice. Or you can do the Beastie Boys one, and if you do that, give yourself some time and take it kind of slow. Have fun riding the beat. Of course, rap is one of those where you definitely need an instrumental. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really hard. Make sure you either have music behind it or your teammates come in with just a simple boom, boom, boom. Everybody come in. I don't know why I did We Will Rock You as my rap beat just now. Have your team come in with the beat. If you just keep talking and use some rap themes or even cliches, people in your audience will appreciate it. So that was rock, pop, and hip-hop. Loved doing this one. This is some of my favorite stuff in it. Of course, these are huge genres, so if you have any interesting information about these genres or the subgenres that you would like to share, please put in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe so you can get more great creative tips. We do all kinds of helpful creative inspiration on this channel, so make sure that you subscribe wherever that button is. I don't remember. If you want to learn more about songwriting, we are working with a very talented musician right now to put out a songwriter's pack. This is going to take you in 1 month from knowing next to nothing about music all the way to distributing your music so people actually listen to it. So it'll teach you how to write a song, what are the different components of that, how to find inspiration, and it'll take you all the way through, well, now I have the song, where do I put it? So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you check out the link below. Give us your email. We'll make sure that you know as soon as we release that songwriting pack. But most importantly, let's go make some music. Screaming and distortion. I won't scream when I improvise this. I won't do that to you. Edit all this out so I don't look like such a fuck up, Abby.